بو يخوني ما أكبر حرم له يسحيو.
وشعارات قدموا لبيك يا أنصار.
اليد اليمنية محمية بإذن الله، وأننا قضيتنا فلسطين لن نتراجع عنها لو صبوا كل حمم الدنيا على اليمن.
إلى اليمن أضعاف المضاعف بسبب هذه الضربات، وكذلك سوف يؤثر بشكل كبير على المنظمات بحيث أنها لن تستطيع إيصال مساعداتها بشكل كامل بسبب ارتفاع تكلفة الشحن إلى اليمن. فهذا سوف يشكل يعني
تعلمون نحن في اليمن عانينا من حرب مدتها 8 سنوات انعكست بشكل كبير على حياة المواطنين.
US out of Yemen, UK out of Yemen, hands off Yemen now! Yemen, Yemen, حرة حرة! Yemen, Yemen, حرة حرة! يا بريطاني برا برا! يا بريطاني برا برا!
Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! It's a shameful element of the Biden-led Operation Prosperity Guardian.
For his briefing. The attacks by Houthis on vessels in the Red Sea must stop. We have made this clear to the Houthis, and we call on them to de-escalate. The United Kingdom is committed to continue working with the international community and this Council to combat this international threat. We have published a summary of our legal position on last night's strikes and have reported to the Council in writing in accordance with Article 51 of the UN Charter.
The aim of these strikes was to disrupt and degrade the Houthis' ability to continue their reckless attacks against vessels and commercial shipping in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. These strikes were necessary and they were proportionate, as you just heard from my UK colleague. They were consistent with international law and an exercise of the United States' inherent right to self-defense as reflected by Article 51 of the UN Charter. Colleagues, the United States does not desire more conflict in a region already plagued by so much of it. Our aim is simple: to de-escalate tensions and restore stability in the Red Sea while upholding the fundamental principles of freedom of navigation. We need to also be clear about the role of Iran in these attacks. Without Iranian support, in violation of their obligations under Resolution 2216, the Houthis would struggle to effectively track and strike commercial vessels navigating shipping lanes through the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Every member of this council, and especially those with direct channels to Iran, should press Iran's leaders to rein in the Houthis and stop these attacks.
After U.S. and British forces launched dozens of air and missile strikes against the Houthi militant group in Yemen, President Joe Biden on Friday said Washington and its allies would continue to respond to attacks on shipping and navigation in the Red Sea.
We will make sure that we respond to the Houthis as they continue this outrageous behavior, along with our allies.
Biden made the remarks at a campaign stop in Pennsylvania. Thursday saw U.S. and allied strikes hit military bases near airports in Yemen's capital, Sana'a, a naval base at Yemen's main Red Sea port, Hodeidah, and military sites near the coast. The Houthis, an Iranian-backed faction who have controlled most of Yemen for nearly a decade, said 5 fighters had been killed in a total of 73 airstrikes. They vowed to retaliate and continue their attacks on shipping, which they say are intended to support Palestinians against Israel. On Friday, Houthi supporters rallied en masse.
Extremely worried about the risks and the greater risks of escalation.
Escalation is already happening. The question is how far it goes.
Malcolm Chalmers is the deputy director of the Royal United Services Institute, a defense think tank. He said for the Houthis, they have to weigh the costs and benefits of continued attacks on global shipping.
The Houthis, on the one hand, they are getting a lot of street credibility, a lot of support within Yemen, as well as in the wider Arab world, for, as they see it, standing up against Israel and its supporters in the West. On the other hand, the primary Houthi interest is maintaining and consolidating its position within Yemen.
I think they are.
Biden on Friday said he thought the Houthis were a terrorist group. The U.S. and U.K. were among 10 signatories to a joint statement defending the airstrikes and warning of further action to protect the free flow of Red Sea trade if the Houthis did not back down. Notably, Italy, Spain, and France did not come out in support of the operation.